Democracy is at its best when we all have a seat at the table. But in America, there's a big gap. We need more women in office. Men hold 82% of the seats in the House of Representatives. A decade ago, our nation ranked behind 57 nations in the percentage of women in Congress. Today, we're 92nd. Out of 50 governors, just 5 are women. That's 10%, the same percentage as the number of women mayors in our 100 largest cities. Out of more than 7,000 state legislators, fewer than 1 in 4 are women. That's barely higher than it was 2 decades ago. At this rate, women will be underrepresented in the United States for another 500 years. A century ago, in 1920, the decades-long struggle for women to win the right to vote culminated in the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. Inspired by that struggle, Representation 2020 takes on this century's challenge for women. We must have parity for women in office. That will happen when in any given election, a woman is just as likely as a man to win, and in any given legislature, women will be just as likely to hold the most seats. I founded the White House Project, where we trained thousands of women to run for office. Such work is essential, but it's not enough. It's time for a new vision and new approaches. Our vision is simple. Let's not settle for anything less than parity. We support the full spectrum of activity promoting election of more women with our Representation 2020 pledge. Representation 2020 advocates for structural solutions to the problem. Parties should pass rules that institutionalize a commitment to recruiting and nominating more women. Legislatures should have family-friendly policies to ensure more women can serve effectively and rise to leadership. Our elections need to be more inclusive. We should change rules so that we have more than one representative. States with multi-member districts elect more women, and more than half of their voters today are represented by a woman. In those new districts, we seek fair representation voting rules that will give everyone a better chance to elect their favorite candidates. That's democracy, and that's what America is all about. Let's live our values. Join us in celebrating a century of suffrage with a commitment to parity. Visit representation2020.com to sign our pledge and help us make history.